if you like me, who've been looking for solutions for screen capture, my main thing that I wanted to do was to capture like video recordings of the screen. Now I'm a Camtasia user, so I've been doing my normal video recording, but when you want to capture still portions or annotate things, it does become a bit sort of tedious just to do all of those stuff in the Camtasia interface. I want to use Camtasia for kind of, the final production part of it. So I was looking for solutions. I used Faststone capture. Works really lovely, but it's not integrated so nicely with Camtasia. And then I got hold of Nimbus Capture. So this is Nimbus Capture here. Some brilliant tools, and I started loving it. I was using it in capturing the video recordings of my Jitsi meetings. And it was working great because it's all part of the Chrome browser and uses WebRTC and all sort of stuff. And this was going to be my go-to thing. And then I gave it a second thought, and I just thought, well, I'm using Camtasia, and Camtasia's got a lot of other products. And I recall way back there was a program called Snagit that they had, which was like a screen capture thing. And I thought that they had maybe bought this from some other company, so they were just merging it in. But when I looked at the history, they actually owned it. So when Camtasia started a couple of 10, 15, 20 years ago, they also had Snagit, and that's just part of the company's product offering. When I looked at it, and it was now 2021, so when I looked at it, they had just a new release of Snagit, and man, was I blown away. From audio capture, well, with the video, to your webcam capture, to still images, to annotations, editors, and all that. Because the one thing I was impressed about with Nimbus was when you did a capture of the screen, it pulled up a little editor in your browser, and you could edit and, snip off little sections and maybe put a bit of call outs and that sort of thing. So that was quite impressive. But when I saw Snagit, this was next level stuff. So Snagit is about, I think, if we go to Camtasia's site, let's just see. Camtasia, I'm going to just go and type that in. It should come up as my choice. So I'm going to just look at the pricing. So with Nimbus, it's like $29 for a year, which is dirt cheap. Okay, you get other things like your Faststone that are screen grabbers that you can get basically for free also. But sometimes getting things for free is fine, but you're looking for functionality. And Camtasia for me was the big decider, because that's the tool that I've been using for years, and I don't think I'm going to move away from it soon, because I do YouTube videos and training videos. So having something that integrates with that is probably my first prize. So let's just go here to the Camtasia site and show you. Okay, so this is the price, and for some people it goes like, wow, this is expensive. But this is a once-off price, so there's no subscription based here. And if you want the solution with Snagit and Camtasia together, they come for $274. And this is a combination made in heaven. These things just work like a dream. But I'm going to be talking about just the Snagit part and just very high level, and give you the reasons why I've started using it, and would probably make sense to you. So if you just wanted to get Snagit on its own, it would go for, let me see pricing. Okay, that's a once-off fee of $57. So I paid initially $29 to get the Nimbus capture, because I wanted something that was in the browser. But then I got excited by seeing Snagit, and literally it is what maybe double the price, but you have a license for life. Okay, if there's an upgrade version, of course you've got to upgrade if you choose to do that. With Nimbus, every year you pay your $29, which is still cheap, because it's just once off for the year. So if you look at this now, Snagit, it's a one-time fee, comes with a single license, works on Apple and Mac. Okay, and you can try it out for 30 days and check it out. So let's just get into what it's all about. So I'm going to open it up. So it comes with, almost like Camtasia, there's a screen capture sort of pop-out window, and there's the editor. So this little blue icon is the editor, the S, and the red one is the capture space. I'm busy using Camtasia at the moment to record this so I can show you the capture features. Okay, so this is the interface. Here on the left, there's 3 elements over here. If you want to initiate this capture to be able to do it all-in-one, which means that if you make your selection, it's going to give you the option to either say video record, image record, or scroll down the page, which they call panorama. So you can scroll left, right, up and down, or you want to set it as just an image capture, you can do that, or just video capture. So under each of these tags, you see there's different sort of dialog boxes. So this is the kind of default. You can always flip it while you're busy. So looking at that, you see there's it. When it says preview and edit, it means once you make the snip, say we're doing an image, it's going to open it up in the editor automatically. If it's not enabled, then when you make the snippet, it just puts it in the clipboard. So you're working in PowerPoint and you want to copy something quickly, you can do that. And whether you want to capture the cursor if you're busy recording it. Of course, time delay, it just does a little countdown, and that's when you can start the capture there. Okay, so the settings are unique for video as for image. Just with a video, it comes with the ability to link to, you can add additional, but link to some cloud services. So you can load it in, and as you capture it, automatically uploads to the cloud. They also, Screencast.com is what TechSmith offers as their cloud service. So I think that's a subscription basis. And then, of course, you with the video record either region or a window. Okay, so these things go kind of standard. You can record microphone, etc. You can record with the video. You can record your system audio or the microphone, or you can put webcam on and off. So these things are powerful in themselves, but I'm not going to get to too much detail, just to share. This is where, for me, the power lies, is that you can create a preset. So yeah, I've got all-in-one preset, which means when I go to all-in-one, yeah, I've got these settings that once I do the grab, whether it's video, audio, I mean video, image, or scroll down a web page, it's going to open it up in an editor. I'm not copying it to the clipboard. I could enable that if I wanted to, and I can capture the cursor in the snap or not. And this is, of course, the 5-second delay before I put on. So this is what I have enabled here. So if I click here and I say new preset from these settings that I have here, this thing I have open, it's going to create it. Or a new preset, then I can create the preset and set the settings, customize it for myself. But I've literally set what I want here and set it there, and then I can rename it. And then to that, I add a shortcut key. So this, for me, this section here. So these are all my shortcuts. This is where the power lies. Because if I'm busy now, and I'll show you, if I want to copy a screenshot and I want it to open up in the editor, I'll go Alt-E. If I want to do a screen grab, but I don't want to open the editor, I'm working maybe in a PowerPoint or Word document or somewhere else, then I literally go and do the screen grab. I go Alt-S, do the screen grab, it puts it in memory, and then I just paste it into the document directly. And of course, this is for webinars, so I've got 2 monitors. On the one monitor, I just do full screen for the webinar, and I record it as a screen record like that. So that is really rock star stuff for me. And I'll show you how that all works. And pretty much I'm going to show you the editor, which is also quite incredible. So yeah, when you're busy and you're done with stuff, you can open them immediately in Camtasia. They speak to each other. The big difference between the video that's captured with Snagit and Camtasia. Camtasia records the video, but you can't open it immediately and play. You've got to play it in Camtasia. For reason is it actually multi-layer records. It records your webcam, your mic, your system audio, and the screen. It records it all on different layers. So those are all embedded in the Camtasia file. Whereas with Snagit, it literally records a MP4. So if you record a video and you're happy start to finish, you can save it immediately. There's no processing. If you're going to snip off a piece of it and edit it inside the snippet editor, then of course it's got to process those little edits for you. Okay, so let's look. We're going to start with all-in-one. So if I close save, if I'm busy here now and I go, okay, I want to just take this little area here, I'm going to go Alt and E because I want to collect the area and I want to open it up in the editor. So when I go Alt E, look what happens. It pulls it like this. So it gives me a little crosshair where I'm working. And so I go there, left mouse button down, and I select that area. When I let go, it's automatically going to open up inside the Snagit editor. And I'll spend a little time here showing you all these things, which is really, really cool. Okay, but let me go again. If I'm busy working and I want to take this one on its own, I'll go Alt and E again. But you notice before I click here, you see on the sides, there's little arrows. If this page was going further down, if I just hover over the button, it will scroll down, or to maximum size there on the right hand side, if it will scroll to the right, if the page still has extension to the right. Or I could go to the top here by full screen and do a full screen grab. But in this case, I just want to do this one here. So I'll go there, left mouse button, boom. Interesting, you notice I've done a grab. That's what we see, but you see at the bottom, it's created a little snapshot. So these are all my recent things that I can, and then I can sort of arrange them, put the one in front of the other one and so forth. But I'll cover that now, yeah. So I'm not going to really show you the Alt S because maybe I should just Alt S. It's going to do the same, but if I do this here now, nothing's going to happen because it's just put it in a clipboard. If I open up which I don't take time to do that now, or maybe I should just open up PowerPoint and I'll show you that piece. So when PowerPoint enters, I've literally done the snap it now, and I'm going to paste it just as a thing from the clipboard. Okay, so that was my shortcut key, Alt S, which is just to take a screen grab, a clean screen grab. Let me go to PowerPoint, maybe do a blank presentation. So let me remove this here. So if I go now and I say insert, I'm not even sure where's the, I usually use the shortcut keys. Okay, paste from the clipboard. There we go. Okay, so if I got this, let me show you now if I have to go get the other one and say I was going to get this one. We go Alt S, pulls up there, just do that, Snagit. Okay, and then I just go to PowerPoint and then I go Control V, and oops, I cut it, I think, a bit skew. I didn't cut that out too nicely, but there we go. So that shortcut is just doing it, and all of these things are customized in that little pop-out dialog, and you save it as a preset. For me, the preset thing makes this thing rock. So that's why I'm sold out to it, because it kind of simplifies it like the Nimbus recorder. You could do it all, but you set up multiple stuff. Let's say I want to record this as a video. I'm going to go Alt V, which is the one I've set up. Look at this. I'm going to go there, put there, and what happens? It initializes and it pulls up the window. I can then change the size. This is for audio editing. That's the system audio. So this is the preset that I've chosen. I could make it that the mic is on automatically, or I can just enable it now. This is webcam, and then start recording. So say I start recording this. Do the countdown for me, and it will record this area, etc. And as we're working, boom, boom, boom. When I'm done, I can pause, and the usual. If I stop there, it's going to open it up in that editor, and you see, here we have it. Here's the video playing back, and it's part of my little areas here, the things that I've recorded. So that is really, really cool. And the final one, I just want to show you with this page now, if I wanted to capture this, and I want to do it with the all settings. So I'm not sure yet whether I want to do a video or whatever. I just go Alt A, which is my shortcut key. Same thing happens. Everything looks familiar. I'll pull that out there. And once I'm there, this is what I have. You see the familiarity here, the sizing, everything, but here it says, do I want to scroll up in this area, or to the left or right, or do I want to do a video or do a screen capture? So I'm going to use this one now just to show you this power. So if I do that, it's just giving me some advice. So it's going to start recording now, but you see it's recording this section. So when I scroll up, that's what's happening. And then I can, if I could go to the side, I would do it also. But look at what's interesting. I'm done with this. I've scrolled over the areas. I've gone up and down over the areas I've repeated. But when I click stop, it's intelligent enough to stitch this for me. Isn't that cool? it's literally created a stitch of these areas for me up and down. This is so cool. So those are the kind of shortcut keys. It's literally scrolling, which is panorama, which is video, or snapcut. Now, when it brings it, you could either, like I said, send it to your cloud service, or you could do a little tweak here. So I'm going to spend the next, say, 5 minutes just going through this quickly. But just understand that there's lots more to this. So we start top area here with capture. If I wanted to do a new capture, I could just click over here, and it will open the dialog box. Let me show you. So it brings out this dialog box. But for me, I've made all my shortcut keys, so I pretty much don't pop this out much unless I want to tweak one of these settings before I do a recording. Create, I can create an image using a template. So you can pull up a template. If I click on that, let me just see. There's a template. So if I pull up this template, let's do that and say create. It literally gives you a layout section, and then you could take the images you've created and drag in. And once they're in there, you could kind of move them around and do all your editing in it. But it's a nice way of quickly putting stuff together. Okay, and the other create is you want to create a video from these images. So if you have screen grabs and you want to create a video, you pretty much start it here, and then you just click into next one. So maybe let me show you there. So I'm doing this. Can you see this video comes up? It's recording my microphone here now. So if I go and I record, when I do a countdown, it's creating this as a working canvas for me. So I can flip to the next one, talk about it, flip here and flip here. Interesting thing is, if I have some stuff loaded in the quick styles, I can actually use them in the video. So I can even click over there and drag here and then just let go, or I can click there and then left mouse and drag, and it will pull. Oh, I've got it selected there. I'm going to select this and then just pull here. So I can do these annotations and I can move them around while the screen is recording, because I'm busy doing a screen recording. So I'm using these photos, and then I shift to the next photo and the next photo. So you can do this as a little short edit. When you're done, you can stop that, and there you have additional video that's been put in. And if I scroll through that, you can see all of the stuff that I've done. And then this can be taken into Camtasia to further edit. It is really, really powerful. At this point, let me just show you here that if I wanted to maybe just make this part from here till about here as a little animated GIF, I can come here and maybe I'm going to just take this green this way, and gives me the option to cut. So I'll cut out that first part, and I'll move it, say, till there, and then I'll move the red part there and cut out that part. So I just got this, and then I can say animated GIF. It will turn it into animated GIF with certain dimensions. I'm not going to go through that now, and then place it in the line here. And then, of course, you can download it, or you can just do a PNG of what you're seeing at the moment. Okay, so that's with these areas over the bottom. And you saw that area on top here with the call-outs like this. The only reason why there were two there is because if you're going to use more, you've got to initiate them before you start this image to video capture thing. Okay, so let's get back to business. We're going to get back here. I'm going to go quickly through these buttons. Trust me, there are more things than I can explain in this very short while. Okay, so usual is arrows with a lot of flexibility. If you click down these buttons, you've got others which are all different settings and parameters. So if you click there and we pull in an arrow here, I can go in and change these arrows dimensions before I drop it there, or I can go back here. And let me just go and select this arrow. I can select an arrow that's in there already and modify it, click it there, change colors, everything. So it's very intuitive, and we can annotate as we go along. There are shapes we can put in, call outs, the usual. And if you go here again, there's a couple that you have in there. And then also if you subscribe in the company, you can get tons more downloaded. So there, and you can type in text. You can say there, hello. And of course, edit all of that. So it is so powerful and so flexible to utilize it. One thing that I think is very cool is the stamp section. This is vectors. If you look here, there's tons and tons of it here. If you go for business vectors, say you wanted to use a Wi-Fi signal in your notes, and you can click that and just stamp it there. When you stamp it there, it comes out. And then, of course, as per usual, you can size things. I'm not grabbing properly, but you can size things there. But these are vectors, so you can size them as big as you want to these stamps. And then, of course, fill in. You can fill in different colors, do what you want. Move tool, selection tool. Under more, tons more. So I'm not going to get through all of that. You could watch tutorials on that. The one thing I just want to show you that is actually really, really cool is like if I have this image, I can go. Now, any of these, you can pop them all out on top if you want to. But if I go here and I go magic wand and I hover over here, look at this. If I click in there and I move, I have just cut that out automatically. Click in here. Let's see what we get. If I go and take this and I go click in there, I literally can pull that out. Isn't that cool? So these are the little sort of intuitive things that happen. And as I mentioned earlier with the arrows, you've got to add some arrows into your quick styles, got to add them here if you want to load them while you're busy doing your edits in the video. When the image to video package you're using and you want to use arrows and stuff, then you've got to load them into the quick style so that they're accessible, because this menu disappears when you function there. But pretty much that is like scraping the top, really the surface of all of this. This is extremely powerful. From here, you can move it and take it across to Camtasia or any other editing program that you choose to send it across to. Okay, you can import from your cloud service, export it to wherever you want to. So hopefully you get excited about this. You just click here on effects just to show you. If I had to, for example, take this here, if I click on this, see what it's doing, I can do these little effects that are happening, and there's tons and tons and tons of stuff. So this is just not just an editor to bring the image in and to crop it and then send it out. You literally can do entire sort of production things in this and create the video from here. So that is extremely powerful. Hopefully this helps and gets you excited. I think if you have Camtasia and you have Snagit, you literally need no other screen grab and screen recording software in 2021.